Welcome to Railway Legends, Myths, and Stories. I'm Kevin Stanley. In this episode, I will talk about a very special train called the Merci Train, a gift from France to the United States of America. In our family's travels, we have come across cars like this. This is the Nevada car of the special Merci Train. We took this picture when the car was housed at the Nevada State Railroad Museum in Carson City. It has since been moved to the museum's southern location in Boulder City, south of Las Vegas. Seeing this car raised our curiosity, so let's get to the tale of the French Merci Train. Merci, French for thank you. Just why did the people of France and Italy want to say thank you in such a way? In 1947, noted columnist and journalist Drew Pearson wanted to show others that America had more heart than some may have thought. Pearson's broadcast of the 11th of October 1947 was spent asking all Americans to donate food to the peoples of France and Italy. He urged people to give food whether from their homes, gardens, or fields. This plea touched the public very deeply. All across America, small towns, large cities, and even whole states set up plans to gather the massive public contributions to this appeal. Soon, this led to strong competition to see who could send the most. Just 5 weeks after Pearson's broadcast, on the 7th of November 1947, the odyssey of the Friendship Train began. Starting in California and working through 11 other states on its way to New York, the train took longer to make the trip than originally expected. The reason for the delays was that so many other states not along the route sent their own cars to be added. Rail cars, truckloads, and more came from all over the country. In the end, there was not one train but 3, with hundreds of boxcars of supplies. The value of donations was estimated at $40 million. And that would be more than $500 million today. One other aspect of this operation was that all of the transportation for this train was free. There were no charges from the people loading the supplies onto the trains and onto the ships. Even the use of the ships was free, all donated. Banners and signs of the cities and states that had donated the supplies had been placed on the French and Italian trains and trucks that delivered these gifts. Furthermore, Pearson had sent teams ahead to make sure the people in need, and not black marketeers, received the gifts. This is but a small sketch of the Friendship Train, and I think a heartening story. I may come back and go into more details about this train in a future episode. Now we come to the Merci Train. A French railway worker and veteran of the war, André Picard, had an idea. His idea was to send a thank you gift to the United States in response to the Friendship Train. As word of this idea spread across the still recovering France and Italy, donations of all kinds came from the citizens of those countries. They sent all sorts of things, from furniture to statues to clothing. Someone even sent their Legion of Honor medal. Millions of citizens sent what they could. The outpouring of sentiment was overwhelming. All of the gifts were packed into 4-wheel covered goods wagons. These kinds of 4-wheel wagons were often known as 40 or 8 because the cars had a capacity of 40 men or 8 horses. 49 rail wagons were obtained. These wagons dated from the 1870s. They had been used as regular freight cars. Cars like these saw service during both World Wars. The 49 cars were decorated in the coats of arms of all of the departments of France. French departments are like U.S. states or Canadian provinces. In 1949, France sent these 49 special cars with their loads of gifts to the United States. On the 3rd of February 1949, a huge number of onlookers were on hand in New York City to watch the arrival of the French freighter Magellan. Painted on the ship was Merci America. One car was sent to each of the 48 states, with the 49th car shared between Hawaii and the District of Columbia. We don't know why Alaska wasn't mentioned. The current fate of the Merci cars is mostly known. The best information has it that 43 of the 49 cars are still intact. Sadly, the Merci cars of the states of Connecticut, Illinois, Massachusetts, Nebraska, and New Jersey are known to have been destroyed. The Colorado car's status is not known for sure. The remaining 43 cars are on view in museums, parks, and other such locations in their respective states. Many of their gifts are displayed in a number of museums and other venues. On our travels, we have made an attempt to see some of the surviving cars. Besides the Nevada car, we have also visited the car in Cheyenne, Wyoming. This particular car is a fair ways from the tracks. Another trip took us to the Utah State Railroad Museum in Ogden, Utah, and there we saw the Utah car. In future trips, our family hopes to see how many of the cars we might be able to see in person. There are challenges in doing so because some of the cars are not displayed in places that are generally accessible. We would like to thank the folks at MerciTrain.org for their site, as it contains so much helpful information about the Merci cars. If you have the opportunity to visit one of these cars, please do so, and think of the sentiment of the people who sent them. And as always, we'll see you on the train.